What's going on, everybody? It's your boy PTK BLAM back in the building with another video, man. Shout out to everybody who showed mad love and support on that last video that I dropped. Doing phenomenal, one of the biggest videos on the channel recent to date, so I appreciate that. That just tells me you guys love these standalone videos, so I definitely need to do them more. So this is what we're doing today. But shout out to everybody, man. Subscribe, hit the link, join if you want to be a member. You get a bunch of cool stuff, emojis, things like that. And once again, come holler at us every Saturday at the Shop Podcast as well. That's happening again this weekend, tomorrow, live 6 p.m. AZ time, 9 p.m. EST, man. Show up, show out. We have a really good time. Best gaming podcast on the weekends, bar none. But that's not what we're here for today, people. Today, as you guys can see in the thumbnail, we're here to talk about the perfect anti-hero for Xbox. So there's always been this debate, and we've talked about this, and it kind of comes and goes on a yearly basis, right? Once Insomniac created Spider-Man and the game dropped, Spider-Man 2018 specifically, and the huge success that it had, there was this immediate question: does Xbox need a superhero game? Now, I don't think either answer is wrong. You can make a compelling case that no, they don't, because of everything that they already have on the table, all the new IPs, the new studios, developers, and or publishers. They already got a lot going on. They don't necessarily need, and need may be the contingent word here, they don't necessarily need a superhero game, but you can also make a great argument absolutely that they do. And I'm kind of on that side. Why not, just for the sake of the portfolio, right? You fill in a gap that you don't have already, and there are some interesting things that an interesting hero, I guess I would say, that they kind of already have. Now, lost amongst all of this ABK Xbox stuff, the Sony stuff, the CMA, all of the political red tape, lost amongst that was something that I'm really excited about as soon as I heard that they were actually purchasing Activision. It's an IP / character that they were getting, and not a lot of people really talked about it. I've brought it up a couple times here and there on Twitter, but it's something that once this deal actually closes, I'm extremely excited about, because I definitely want to see if they take advantage of that, and that is Deadpool. The Deadpool IP. So shout out to High Moon Studios, which is owned by Activision and would be a first-party Xbox studio once this deal is done. So I believe the last game that was made by the last Deadpool game, I believe, was 2013. So it's been an extremely long time since we got a Deadpool game. Obviously, he is an extremely popular character, and that's why I think he perfectly fits the brand, right? He kind of hits a reset button. He's not super corny, but he's not one of the mainline superheroes, right? And he's edgy as well. He kind of gives Xbox a little Spider-Man feel, right? Spider-Man's not quite Superman. You know, he's still relatable to a lot of people, a lot of young kids. He's not too corny, doesn't feel too old, you know what I mean? Like a Superman or maybe a Batman, you know, doesn't feel grumpy. Just a great character overall. And on top of that, the movie, you got Deadpool 3 coming out, I believe next year, 2024 is what I looked at as far as on IMDb. So you have that coming up around the corner. And obviously, you know, whenever the deal gets done, we believe it will happen this year. I don't think there's enough time to drop it alongside the movie, but the idea and the IP, and now I'll have to go double check to make sure, but the IP should be owned by Xbox and or Microsoft at that point, because High Moon Studios is the developer that has made the Deadpool game. So, and that's not the only reason. That's not the only reason why as well, too. Deadpool makes a lot of sense for me, too, just from a fresh character standpoint, right? Like, there's been a few years between Deadpool movies. He's been kind of out of the limelight. And on top of that, Deadpool is now going to be part of the larger MCU, the larger universe as well. So that brings Deadpool into a larger universe, right? So that's really cool with the Avengers and a bunch of other characters, you know, that might be a bit more popular. So that you can take advantage of that as well. And with High Moon being first party, they get all those awesome resources that we see Xbox providing, you know, Obsidian and Bethesda and all these other developers. You know, they get to take advantage of that. They have the funds, they have the money. And the only thing I think that would get in the way is Marvel. You know, I don't know contractually what that Deadpool license looks like at this point in time, but it is cool to think that it's absolutely a possibility that this can actually happen and that it actually will happen. I hope Phil's sitting back, man, looking at this. I know he did. I know Phil did come out and said there's some things on the list, and I'm sure when this deal started and it became a reality that this was going to happen, he probably had a list of things like, man, once this actually is pen to paper and everything's dry, you know, all these crazy, you know, scenarios can happen. I'm sure he had a long list of them. He mentioned a couple on Twitter not too long after the deal was announced. But I think it's a really, really cool idea, man. Deadpool is a phenomenal character. You know, he has a bunch of things working for him. The new movie's coming out next year, so that's good momentum. He's not overused. You don't see Deadpool all over the place, right? You know, it's a really, really cool character. Really would be fun for Xbox. And I didn't even get a chance to talk about the old Deadpool games. They're actually solid games. A lot of action, adventure. Obviously, humor is the main thing in the game because of the Deadpool character. But it's really solid gameplay. Obviously, you know, these games are a lot older, so graphically, I think they could do some really, really cool things. Now, will it rival Spider-Man, you know, or Spider-Man 2? I don't know, right? You know, I'm not even projecting that, but I'm just saying that this is a real possibility. And for all of the people that have been riding the Xbox needs a superhero game, this is a real possibility for them to actually get done. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. I just wanted to run this by you. This idea has been rolling around in my head for months now, and I had to get it down in a video. And just let me know what you guys think about the idea of Deadpool possibly being that first superhero game, that premier superhero game for Xbox, man. Or if you guys have any other choices, there's a lot of other characters out there that we could possibly look at and say that makes sense for Xbox as well. But once again, man, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It helps their algorithm so much. I love you guys. See you later. Peace out.